We'd like to welcome you to the Candy Swick & Company website. We're here today to meet William M. Seider, formerly known as Bill, who is the president of Williams Parker Law Firm. And I'm going to let Bill introduce himself and tell you a little bit about the law firm and its outstanding services.
Thank you, Candy. It's great to be here and be a part of the website, by the way.
Thank you.
As Candy mentioned, I'm from the Williams Parker Law Firm. We have 43 attorneys, which makes us the largest firm in this 4-county region. We offer services in real estate, trial work, business and tax, and also trusts and estates. Wow. We're a broad service firm. Unless you need criminal representation or divorce, we can probably handle it.
And don't want any of that these days.
That's right.
So one of the questions I've been asking Bill from time to time is about the portability of the homestead. And it's a question that has many facets to it, so I thought Bill could give us an overview of the Portability Homestead Act.
All right. Let's go back one step.
Okay.
When you receive your tax bill, you receive two things on it, or from the property appraiser. One is the assessed value of the real estate, and the other is the taxable value of the real estate. Those can be different. We have the benefit of a 3% cap on our assessment for taxation purposes. The question Candy raises is, say you bought a house for $300,000, it now has a market value of $500,000, and you've got a $200,000 exemption. Can you take that with you to a new property? And the answer is yes. If you buy a property that's more expensive, you can take this portability is in effect up to a $500,000 additional exemption.
So if I understand, the maximum money I can take from one property to another is $500,000.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's say that I have a house that's worth $1 million. I wish, but let's just say that I did. And I've had it long enough that with the benefits of the 3% cap, my taxable value, as opposed to my market value, is only $500,000. That means I would have the full $500,000 cap, or the reduction in taxes. If I bought a property that's worth $2 million, I could take that entire $500,000 exemption with me. As long as I buy something that's more expensive, I get to take the entire exemption with me.
Okay, so now let's say that I'm downscaling, because we have all of those issues in Sarasota. We have people moving up, we have people moving to a different style of life, living from a house to a condominium, and we have people moving from a large house to something that's more manageable so they can travel and have fun. So what happens when I move down?
You can take the exemption with you on a percentage basis. So if you had a house that had a market value of $500,000 and you're buying a new house that has a value of $400,000, you get to take 4/5. 400 over 500 is the fraction. So you take 80% of your portability cap, so to speak, with you.
So I understand if I'm moving up, I get to take it all, or
That's
as
right.
much as $500,000.
That's right. 500 is at the maximum.
So now I'm going to move down, and I'm in a property that has a value of,
say, $500,000,
Okay.
and you buy a new house worth $400,000.
Okay.
You get to take a percentage of that homestead exemption with you.
Okay.
And in your instance, it would be 400 over 500, or 4/5, 80%.
So I take 80% of that homestead exemption that I had.
That's right.
And so let's say I bought this $400,000 property, and I'm going to take 80% of that value.
You're going to take 80% of the exemption you received on your old house.
My exemption is what I get 80% of.
That's right.
Okay.
So let's say at that $500,000 house, it had a market value of that, but because of the benefits of the 3% cap over time, perhaps you were only being assessed at $300,000. That would be a $200,000 portability you could take with you,
Yes.
but you've bought a less expensive property. So it would be $200,000 times 80%. You'd have the benefit of $160,000 to take with you.
Now you know why I think he's a bright man. He can even do those calculations in his head without benefit of a calculator and a piece of paper.
It's the benefit of all that Catholic schooling in elementary school.
So that helps us understand well that we get to take up to $500,000 if we move up, and the percentage if we move down.
That's right. I'll add one more thing. There's 2 years to take it with you, so to speak.
More details.
So once you have left one homestead,
Yes.
you have 2 years to take this portable exemption with you to a new homestead.
And so if I only have 2 years, and this was enacted in '08,
That's right.
so after '10 I can't do this?
As if you sold your property or if you abandon your homestead in '08, that would be correct. People lose sight of that sometimes. They might sell their house and go rent a property, but if you rented it for 3 years, you might have walked away from this possibility to carry the portable exemption with you.
So one of the things that I had asked Bill when he was coming to speak to us was, you're going to have a lot of questions. You're going to have questions about abandoning, and abandoning doesn't mean you left the house vacant. It means that you sold it. It's no longer your primary residence. But there are a lot of other issues, and so Bill has kindly given to us some information. Want to talk about the information that we're going to post on the website?
Yes, we brought with us some information from one of the county property appraiser websites that has a question and answer in relatively basic terms, to the extent that this can be relatively basic. You think it's easy until you start reading through the examples. But it's very helpful, and it says, this is how the exemption works, this is what you can take with you if you buy a more expensive parcel, this is what you can take with you if you buy a less expensive parcel. They even do the math for you.
I'd like to thank you very much for visiting our website, and again, you can find information about Bill Seider on our website, and he offers great legal advice, and thank you for visiting.